Tristan, need you be quiet. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Yeet League Week 4. It's time for the power rankings. It's time for Mike's matchups. It's time for Dakota to do something. Tristan's going to try to defend this terrible, terrible, horrible team. He's already woulda, coulda, shoulda. He just told us that if he would have played 2 other starters, he would have scored 70 more points. Still wouldn't have won. Some bullshit like that. Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. So that's a sneak peek of what the kind of bullshit he's going to try to tell you here in a few minutes.
Bad.
Is that right, Mike? Back me up there.
That is what he just said a few minutes ago when he walked in.
That's what he said. Now, first thing we got to do, we got some birthdays to acknowledge. All right. Dakota and Olivia both just had birthdays, and even more recent than that, Tristan. We've got the birthday boy actually in studio tonight.
This is his birthday party.
Sad birthday party. Poor guy. Yeah. That's what we got, though. Quick word from our sponsor here, Miller Lite. I actually got an email today from Elizabeth Hutch. She's the ad director for Miller Lite. Mike, why don't you go ahead and just read what she sent us?
Okay, she starts out with, per our agreement, please announce the following ad read on
You're not supposed to read that
9/26 broadcast.
That's...
Then why put it in the email? Drink Miller Lite. I drink it. I love it because I'm a man and I'm 40. Oh. I haven't forgotten about what the Anheuser-Busch Company did. The Yeet League remembers. We only drink straight-ass white guy beers.
Oh, Mike.
That's why we drink Miller Lights, baby. Sincerely yours, Elizabeth Hitch.
That is not what the email said. Mike just ad-libbed that whole thing.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good if I did.
Kind of crazy, Mike.
Kind of crazy.
All right, let's talk about the worst game of the week. Yeah, you're looking at the guy. You're looking at the winner of the worst game of the week, which is not a fun thing to say. Nobody wants to be able to say that.
No, not you. Not you. Your organization's terrible. Your organization's terrible. Let's go. Go ahead.
The only guy in a worse mood right now than me is Giff because he lost the worst game of the week. Runner-up, actually, Tristan. He also put like 32 points on the board. So 3 big losers this week, and I'm sad to say I was one of them. Still 2-1. Still looking optimistic. I've got some artwork that I want to bring by. I'll bring that up later. A crazy woman just moved out of her apartment in my building, and she gave me some art as she was moving out. And so we're going to talk about that later. I'm going to show the boys, and that's just going to be something we're going to look at. Okay. I don't know what else to say. It's really weird, and I want you guys to see it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm curious.
It's weird.
Okay.
It's not sexual. It would be more normal if it was sexual, I think.
It would.
Newcomer update. Mike, how are the newcomers doing?
Not good.
Yeah,
not good.
They both suck.
Colin, he did get his first W last week. Things are kind of looking in the right direction for the guy, but I mean, I just don't know. He got Nick Chubb this week. Nick Chubb, who knows if he's even going to play this year, Colin, I'm going to be honest with you. So you sent me Jameson Williams for Nick Chubb. Maybe he comes back. Maybe he doesn't. That was the most gruesome injury I've ever seen. Blake was at that game in person. Holy hell.
Worse than John Wall.
I wish that.
Yeah, remember his fucking leg snapped in half in the NBA?
Not John Wall.
No,
Paul George.
Paul George, thank you.
Yeah.
Just was John Wall.
Yeah. Hey.
That's right. Okay. Paul George.
Yep. But Giff, on the other hand,
Still
he
also
is
sucks.
doing really, really bad. His team is beat to shit. CMC, hanging out in Germany, eating schnitzel.
Goose stepping, no doubt.
Drinking beers, wearing a lederhosen. He borrowed it from Grant. But
hey, Grant looks good in that lederhosen.
Yeah, Grant does look like a fucking German, a Nazi, for sure.
That's not, no. McCaffrey would be a great Nazi.
We know.
Grant made.
We know.
No, not going to say it.
Okay, but newcomers, let's step the game up because you're combined, what? Oh, or what?
1 and 5.
2 and 6.
Oh, does Giff have a win?
Like huh?
Does Giff have a win?
Yes.
Okay, so they're 2 and 4.
Tristan's the only team in the league without a win.
He is winless.
Yeah.
Is there another word for that? Oh, biggest loot. You son of a gun.
Continue.
All right, we're going to get into the power rankings here. Dakota, it's obvious. He had a tough loss to Andy, who was the tallest midget last week. So that's pretty interesting. You've definitely stepped your ranks up on the power rankings, Andy. But we're not talking about you right now. We're talking about Dakota. Lost 127 points. Still, obviously leads the league in points. A lot of points against the guy as well. It's a strong team. I mean, you don't really have a lot of weaknesses
John
right
Wall
now.
would be proud.
J Dubs. That's what we called him back in the 641. Big Tex. Speaking of somebody that's not from the 641, Big Tex in at number 2. Billy, fantastic. Dakota, actually, anything you have to say for yourself, Dakota? Nope, he took too long. All right, we surprised
He
him.
isn't telling.
Number 3, Billy. Love you, buddy. Congratulations. Bill's one of those guys that sticks around. I mean, he's year in, year out. I've said it. He's like a Constance. He's like a Coughlin. He's like a Murphy. There's something about that Kirkland house, man. That 807 Kirkwood baby. Just the dogs, honestly. Winners, very few losers. Some of the biggest. Number 3, Trent. You get it. Trent's in at number 3. You're on name watch. You're on name watch, man. The old one was better. This one sucks. Mike, number 4, go Rats.
That's my favorite number.
Well, I prefer number 1, baby.
But you're not.
I'm not, but I prefer it.
Okay.
I'd rather be number 4 than what I am too. My team sucks. Now, Grant, here's the deal. I know you're pissed. I know you think you should be higher up. You got a better record. Blah blah blah. I get it. I would be offended as well.
Better record than me?
Yeah. Same record.
Yeah.
But there's something different where I can understand why he would be mad. I was looking at the numbers. You wouldn't understand.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sounds made up.
Nothing's made up. Everything, concrete evidence. Take me to court. Shit won't stick. I'm like Teflon Don, baby. All right. Anyway, Grant, number 5. You're probably thinking that should be number 4. I get it, but you're not. All right. So it is what it is. You got a problem with that? Don't care. Andy in at number 6. And what a jump. I mean, last week I was saying, hey, these 3 teams are fucked. Quit the season. Hang it up. Tank for draft picks. You ain't got it. But suddenly Andy looks like he's here to play ball.
Yep.
So that's great, man. We're happy for you, Andy. Have we seen a video from him this week?
We have not. He has. He went to the Steelers game and
He went to some Pirates games too.
Reds game.
Oh, it was a Reds game.
Yep, in Cincinnati. So he's a traveling man. He went from Vegas, took a couple days off, and then.
Kid's having a nice little stretch.
Yeah, good for you, Blake.
That's a good one.
Okay. Ever since he went on the road, he's been 2-0.
Don't come home.
I kicked your ass.
Don't come home.
But
hey, that was unnecessary.
I'm just stating facts, right?
Chase in at 7. Chase, you should be 2-1. I really like you. Got a good. I mean, you're performing. You're putting up good numbers. You've had stiff competition. Cream rises, right? What's the expression? I said it earlier. Cream rises to the top. I think Ric Flair said that.
He dead?
Whoa! I don't think so. I think he's looking bad though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to burst sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that the best way to go out?
Mm-mm.
I just stared at the camera. When
You
I
got
said
you
that.
next?
I'm next. You got a problem with that?
No, I'm just trying to move along our segment.
Oh, this is our segment now.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I just had the worst game of the week. I would have beaten 2 people. The 2
One
worst
of them is
teams.
in this room.
Yeah, and here's the deal. This team's banged up. My team's banged up. Michael cover it. But hey, I'm banged up. What can I say? All my white boys are hurt. Look at my bench. I got a bench full of banged up white boys. I mean, come on, man. That's no good. Dylan. And now here's the thing is, I want to be very honest. This number between 9 and 10 is the Grand fucking Canyon, okay? I would say 4 through 9, very competitive teams. Anybody's got a shot, okay? Dylan, solidly in the dog pack. Now, these next 3 teams, Colin may have just a shimmer of hope, just a way off. But I don't know. But I'm putting just records alone, scoring, points scored, points against, Gibson at 10, Collins in at 11, Tristan's in at 12. It doesn't matter. These 3 teams, they're the same. They're doo-doo. They stink.
All three of those teams are pretty beat up too. I would say GIF is actually kind of stacked now.
With CMC,
Since we made a trade this week, we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
we're going to talk about trades, Chase.
But-
We didn't forget about you.
Yeah, Chase,
Okay.
we're coming after you. Sorry.
I'm excited to golf with you tomorrow, though. Tristan, in fact, Mike, pop up for a sec. Tristan, come on over here.
Oh boy.
Come on over here,
He has to
Tristan.
explain himself.
He's going to have to deal with this a little bit. Mike, remember, you got a hot mic there. While you're giving it over. Okay.
What's up, fellas? Hey, gentlemen. How we doing tonight?
All right, the floor is yours. Say what you have to say. Take 30 seconds. Take a minute.
Hey, Dakota.
Why does this team not suck?
Dakota, one question for you.
Why do you have two phones out? You don't need any phones out. You just need to
'Cause
defend. Just
I am defending
this
myself.
isn't gonna work.
Hey,
We're gonna have to cut this.
Dakota, out of these
Why are
two
you talking to
teams-
Dakota? Talk to
Dakota,
camera.
out of
We
these
can't
two
do this.
teams,
Tristan,
who would you pick for the rest of the season?
This
We
is-
got new team name up versus Piss Boys. Who'd you pick?
You
the rest of
understand?
the
I
season?
edit these videos, right? I'll cut all this out.
Fresh ears.
All I'm gonna say is we got Amon St. Brown. He's just
Nobody
getting to the
cares
point
about
of the
this.
season where he's
Tristan,
going to be a top 5
These
quarterback.
videos are for
Drake
entertainment.
London. All I'm saying, my
Get
team might
outta
be
here.
0-3,
Can't-
but we're coming
You've
up.
ruined that.
We got 28-3.
Oh my God! Put the mic
New
down.
England versus
Oh.
Atlanta Falcons coming up.
That was horrible. No one wants. We want vibes, Tristan. We don't need numbers.
Number
Yeah.
We sit here and fucking
Yeah,
read numbers out.
that would make way too much sense, and we
no,
don't have
and that's
time for
not
that.
the point of this.
That's not
We're
what we do here.
goofing off here. All right. Well, I've had enough.
Thank God it's
Mike,
your turn.
it's your turn. We need some common sense.
All
in this
right.
country.
Mike's
From
matchups. Oh, shit.
2024.
Week 4. Overall, we are 10-8. Last week we went 3-3. Let's get right into it. Our first game, they're right behind us. TP and Dakota Dawson. Right now, TP's up 20-3. TP's at a projected 124. Dakota 122. Here's the thing. Dakota, he's put up the most points in our league. For good reason. He's got Saquon, Lamar, A-Chain. But Chris Godwin, I'm naming people.
Yeah, these aren't numbers, bro. Oh my God, kid was doing numbers. Man.
Chris Godwin is having a great year. Dakota, he's got a deep team. He just traded for
Don't shit.
Mr. Jaden Reed. So
This is your
Dakota,
last video, dude.
I got you in
Oh
this
my
one.
God.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Next up, we got Mr. Pinhead Larry and the Sons of Bitches. Blake. Okay.
The Steel City Sons of Bitches, which I love that Blake reps that city so hard.
It's a great.
He literally is coming back from there right now.
It's a great name.
Respect to you,
It's
Andy.
a great name. I think he's back. But besides the point, Blake, after the first week, when you got your ass kicked by the guy you're stalking right now, you've been nothing but great. Those two Wookie wide receivers have put a number on some teams for you. So
The Ohio
Malik
State.
Neighbors and the dude who looks like a me or we character, Marvin Harrison Jr. They are putting in some work for you. But you got some help from Mr. Chuba Hubbard last week. What, he had like 27 points or some shit? Crazy. Yeah.
Won't happen again. People are saying.
Dakota's salty about it for sure.
People are saying.
Chase, on the other hand.
Oh.
By the way, I have Chase in this game, but
Whoa.
okay. But Chase, we have a little bone to pick with you. What the fuck are you doing, man? Look at that trade.
I'm retarded.
You traded 3 starters for 1 and 2 fucking no-name running backs. Chase, your team was fine. You've scored like the 3rd most points. Who cares if you're 1 and 2? It's about the marathon, baby. Top 6. That's all you need. You just need to get your ass in the playoffs. Okay? So Chase, I think that was a panic move.
Here's the thing about Chase, okay, and here's the difference between I got a microphone on. Right here.
Double mic.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Double mic, Mike and the boys. Chase, look, and here's the thing is, you're learning ball. You're very eager. It's like me playing golf right now, right? I'm getting after it, right? You're getting after learning ball, right? But you don't quite know ball yet. And that was a rookie mistake, man. I love you to death, and I've kept my mouth shut. I could have called you. We've been on the phone, but man, it's gonna bite
Still
you.
got a good team. Still
It's
got a
gonna
good
bite
team.
you in the ass.
Still
Dude.
got a good team, but
In the
yeah, the
ass.
depth, right? Need depth. All right, Mr. Zach Gifford and
Yikes.
Mr. Team Constant.
I'll tell you where smart
Dylan.
money's at.
Dylan off to a 1-2 start along with Zach Gifford. Zach may have put up the least amount of points in 1 week in the history of our league. Could we get some quiet in the background?
Hey, shut up.
Thank you. Giff
Can I
and
get a
I made a
Miller
trade
Lite?
this week. He's
Can I have a
acquired
Miller Lite?
Mr. Jameer Gibbs, one of my favorite players to watch. I love watching the Lions because of Jameer Gibbs and Sam Laporta.
Well, here's the nice thing. We have the mics. It probably won't pick them up.
No, true. But Giff, you gave up Brian Robinson Jr. and Mike Evans. You
I
got
saw
Michael
that.
Pittman
The
and
camera
Jameer
didn't, so
Gibbs.
it's fine.
Pittman, I don't know what up with Mr. Anthony Ritherton, but he can't throw a football. What's going on there? He can only
tag Dakota in. He's
he
the
can
next guest.
he can only throw it deep.
Hey,
He can only throw it
we
deep.
got the
So
mics. They can't hear you.
I'm not really sure
Dakota's over here
who to
yelling.
pick here,
No, these
but
mics
we are
suck.
going to go with Dylan. Gibbs pretty banged up, but
They can't
Giff,
pick that up.
okay, you got CMC,
Right.
Kamara, and Gibbs. That's pretty lethal. Pretty lethal come late in the season. Okay. Up next, we got Colin. We got Will. I'm going to go with Will this week. Will is stacked. He made that trade with Chase. Chase is being a bonehead for some reason. James Cook is a great player, but, I mean, Will got 3 good players. So, Will, he's set to jet for the season. And, yeah, Giff doesn't really have much of a chance this week. I'm sorry, Giff, but we got Will.
Giff, we love you, buddy.
Oh, it's Colin. That's what I meant. Sorry, Colin. You don't have much of a chance this week. And our last, we got 2 more. Pat and Grant. Pat's team's horrible. Pat's team's really bad. I'm not gonna lie. If you are starting Tyler Lockett and Calvin Ridley, you might be an idiot.
All my white boys are hurt. We're banged up, man. All my white boys are hurt.
George Kittle's gonna play this week, man. So.
Yeah, but he's hurt, man. My white boys.
Right. I got Grant in this one. Grant, sneaky team here. Sneaky team. Kyron, Tony Pollard, JJ's having a great season, staying healthy. Stephon. I think you got like fucking 25 points from Cole Kmet last week. And that's wild because tight ends have been dick this year. They haven't done shit. So Grant, keep it up. Oh, that's what it is. I did look at Grant's roster. His kicker and his defense have gotten him close to 50 points through the first 3 weeks. So that's insane. Vikings defense and Brandon Aubrey, the Dallas kicker, just putting up numbers for Mr. Davidson. So we got Grant in that one. And the last but not least, our game of the week, Mr. Mike McCormick versus Trent Whitcliffe. Trent, he's got a solid team. I can't lie, but he's putting up numbers right now. He's got 21 points. He's projected at 133, but those ESPN projections, who knows? I'm picking myself. I'm pretty confident in my team. We're pretty stacked all around, and we got a deep bench, man. So can't go wrong. But Trent, pretty good team, my man. Borat's getting the dub, though. We're going to 3-1 this week. All right. A couple notes, like the trades this week. Awesome. I love seeing the activity, the waiver or the offer report. Crazy. Takes like 30 minutes to read because it's so long. Lots of injuries. A lot of teams banged up. So it'll be interesting to see how the next middle of the season goes, just because we'll be getting so many people back, and some of those backups will go back to the bench. And then my last note here, tight ends have been ass. It's not even a position we're starting. We should all just start nobody at the tight end position because it hurts to watch. It hurts to watch. So if you got a good tight end, stick with them. Okay. That's it for Mike's matchups. We're going 6-0 this week.
Is this where we fade over?
Yes, sir. Oh,
You're
you
sticking
got
in
him
with
on.
me.
You got him on.
I got
All
the
right.
notes right here.
We got Double D on deck now.
Yes.
Here we go.
We got some week 3 takeaways. We're going to start off with Blake and I's matchup. It was a great matchup. As you guys know, he took the king down. That's all right, though. Thankfully, Chuba Hubbard, it won't happen again. Blake does have a great team, though. Neighbors was a great pick. Love that. On to the next one.
Our neighbor.
Shout out, Blake. I'm rocking black and gold for you today, buddy.
Boy, Palomalu.
And then next we have Tristan. Let's keep him on suicide watch. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Between golf and fantasy, I don't know what the fuck's worse. It's all going bad for him right now, but we're going to keep praying for him. He'll be all right. Keep him in your thoughts. And then we got, next we got team name change number 20. Hold up. We got team name change number 20. I think that's Trent. Something like Laporta's hot dogs. I don't know. It was an all right performance. Chase would have been fine if he wouldn't have gave away his whole team for one fucking running back and a bag of pretzels. I don't know what to say. Chase, I'm sorry, bud. You're an idiot. We'll move on to the next one. And then we got Riley Reed. Finally gets a dub. Colin's about to get a cum shot right in the face. His team fucking sucks.
He's still getting taped to a tree.
He's still getting taped to a tree. There's a little bit of hope there. Not much. I'd call this a fluke for Dylan. I'd really say it's a fluke.
What do you mean?
I think Dylan has a pretty good team.
Pretty solid team.
He's good year in, year out. Dylan, I wouldn't be too worried.
Yeah, he's good in year out. Be like getting 6th place every year.
That's also true. Better than last place, though.
You hear me, Dylan.
That's where Colin's headed, last place. And then we have Piss Boys and Dirty Markey. One of the absolute worst performances I've ever seen in fantasy football. It was just terrible.
That game was just hard to watch between those two.
It was hard to watch. I didn't want either of the fucking cocksuckers to win. How shit that was.
No, they should have both lost.
But at the end of the day, a win's a win.
A win's a win.
Patrick got the win. We move. Next, we're going to do Richard's son coming out guns blazing. What a performance from Grant. This guy knows what he's doing, whether or not he drafts 3 kickers or not. Seems like he's always going to be at the top. He's just got this sort of
sneaky
little thing to him.
Grant's a sneaky link, for sure.
Grant is a sneaky link. And he can hit a golf ball about a mile, so I'll give it to him. Good job, Grant. Grant, you also get the Diddy of the Week award. This is the spanking of the week. You really kicked the shit out of Will.
Yeah, it was like 150 points. I called that, by the way.
Really, really good performance, Grant. Good shit. Stay on top of it. And then we've just got one last thing here. Points for at number 1, myself. 2 is Chase, which I thought Chase had a great team. I don't think he needed to trade all those guys for one solid running back. I think that was a panic move. I don't know what he was doing there.
Chase, go ahead and when you watch this video, after you're finished watching it, just go ahead and drop us an explanation as to why
we want to know
you did that.
It almost got a veto from me because I felt bad for you, man. I really didn't want to see you do that. You had a great team. Still have a great team. That bye week is going to suck, though. It's probably an automatic
no
L.
depth.
But anyways, Grant coming in at 3rd for points for. Really solid season here so far. And then we have at 4, Will. Always has a solid team. And then 5 is Trent. Trent has the 5th most points scored. I mean, he's doing all right, too. Shout out to Trent for the trade. Appreciate the business. Hope it works out for you. And then points allowed. This is no surprise. Chase has the most points allowed.
Just get better at defense.
You could say that.
Yeah.
I think Chase has gotten screwed so far. He actually has a really good team, or had a really good team, until he gave away Daniels and Dobbins and then just Waddle, like some parsley on a fucking pizza. I don't know why the fuck you'd get rid of those guys.
Man.
Anyways, I have the 3rd most points allowed. It's getting some good fight from some teams.
Still top
Blake,
team.
I didn't expect it from Blake. Who would expect it from Blake?
Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
But I'm the one wearing the Pittsburgh jersey, swallowing my pride. So shout out to Blake.
Swallowing something else.
No. Wait. 4 is Dylan. 5 is new team name. And I just have one last thing. I vote that Tristan changes his name. new team name fucking sucks. Maybe that's why his team's so shit this year.
I like that name.
That
We
name's
like that
good.
name.
That name's great. But anyways,
Great name.
fun week.
Great
Keep
name.
up the good work,
Hey boys,
boys.
come over here. Let's sign off.
We got to sign off here.
Hands in. Eat League on 3. 1,
2, 3.
Eat League.
All right, fuck off.
Así es, así es. Bájenle los calzones, los calzones, los calzones. ¿Cuándo está? Agárrale la pata, agárrale las patas. Agárrale la pata como yo, las patas. Las patas.